Hi everyone, my name is Kiana. I hope everyone's having a great day. So let's jump right into the first video of 2021 and into my new journey of being a creative. I've been fasting for 21 days in January. I always start the year with fasting and prayer. I've been doing that like consistently since I've been in college. This fast has been different in the sense of why I'm doing it. Upon reflection, I realized that I've been fasting to seek some kind of validation from God, and not in the sense of the kind of validation we should seek for him to call us to do things and give us purpose, but from the sense of being God, choose me, look, I'm doing good. And God doesn't necessarily work like that. He doesn't choose you because you are checking things off of a checklist. In a sense, he does, but he doesn't do it based on the motive of personal gain. So this time around, now that I've matured, not only in age but in Christ, I realized that I wanted to do this fast for a specific reason, for God to speak to me and reveal to me certain things about my purpose and about my next steps. And I've been blogging and writing since college, and I'm like, God, I don't know what you want me to do next. It feels like there's something next. And to be honest, with the 21 days and what I set out to get out of those 21 days and what I set out to give in those 21 days, God did not disappoint. God went above and beyond. One of my inspirations is Kimberly Foster, and she said something. She said she's no longer going to use certain things to measure her success. And I realized that I was doing the same thing. And so one of my mottos for this year is, I am no longer doing this to prove anything to anyone. For the longest time, I thought I had to prove that I was Christian enough. I felt like I had to make sure I put some kind of Jesus thing in everything that I wrote. After you get saved, there is a call for you to use your gifts for the kingdom, as we call it. The kingdom being for God's people. And to be honest, within Christian culture, that looks a certain way. If you have a gift like I do, where I can write and I can speak very well, it's supposed to be preaching. It looks I'm supposed to be okay, now I have to go to Bible college and learn how to preach and blah, blah, blah. That's what it looks like culturally within the religion, or just within the faith. And trying to find a way to talk about social change and issues and maintain the optics of Christianity was tough. So they thought, because I was bringing attention to it, that I was outside of my assignment. But all I was doing was being a vessel to speak truth. Does not live by the same morals and practices that we do. So it makes no sense to judge people who don't proclaim Christianity off the same way we should judge and hold one another accountable. But so I really took that to heart, because it was well, how do I enact change in my community if the things that were done were either people who proclaimed to be Christian, they really weren't Christian, they were just Anglo-Saxon, if we're being honest, or people who did think that they were doing the work of Christ and dropped the ball, or people who are none of those things and were just bad people. How am I supposed to judge those people or hold them accountable if I'm technically not allowed to? Truth is valuable to God. Because I believe that, I have a right to say these things are wrong. And to be honest, these things happen in the church. I cannot be flawed in bringing things to attention if they were there. Like, me bringing them to attention is not the sin. The sin is the fact that we let it into the church in the first place. So they thought because I was bringing attention to it that I was outside of my assignment. But all I was doing was being a vessel to speak truth. For example, the Capitol building, when them hooligans when them thugs stormed the Capitol, I've been saying for the longest that police brutality is a direct and intentional form of getting rid of black folks. It is designed to do that because of the history of the police. And when them white folks stormed the Capitol building, and we saw that the police chose not to do certain things, people were in awe. When I tell them that what has happened is the fact that certain news organizations and certain people, like our previous president, has been spewing white supremacist ideology and propaganda for years, centuries even. What has happened is that the message has done this over the years. It's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and more accessible, right? The white supremacist propaganda has done the same exact thing that they feared that Muslim and brown people were going to do to their children, and they did it to themselves. And now they can't control the message anymore. They can't control the people that have heard their message. So what happens? They storm the Capitol because they think they have the right to do that. They think that they are above the rules because people have told them so for centuries. It's like, this video is not about that. Proclamation, addendum. This video is not about that. But it just goes to show. And yes, like, sometimes people have to like be shown certain things, but it's kind of, it was like, bro, I've been saying this for years. And now that you see it, now you're in awe. And then when people ask me, how do you feel? I'm like, I don't feel no way. Like, this is terrible. This is scary. This is awful. But what's new? So I am no longer holding my tongue and doing this, like KianaMorgan.com, Kiana Morgan Industries, LLC, whatever comes in the future, for the optics of Christianity. I have 23 years in this thing. Like, I should not feel insecure about my Christianity, but I do. And Christianity is not the only thing that I feel like I had to prove. I feel like I had to prove how much of a feminist or a womanist or woman that I am, how black I am. You know what I'm saying? I ain't Afro-Latina, but I'm just saying, like I'm not Daddy Lay, like, yellow bone what he wants. Like, I'm African American. However, yeah, sometimes I'm like, is that for the cause? Am I cooling right now? So I'm no longer going to do this to prove anything to anyone. I am so excited for what's in store for Kiana Morgan, the person, and Kiana Morgan, the creative, and Kiana Morgan, the organization. But I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.